welcome to Genie's podcast. Today, magically and with honor, we are having Aghori Ji, uh, Kamalnath Aghori.
Adesh, Adesh, Masal, Adesh,
Welcome
Jai
to
Shri
our show.
Gurudev, Jai Shri Gurudev.
So, thank you for coming. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you. So, my first question, I have a first question. I have actually few questions for you.
Mhm.
So let's start from first one.
Sure.
So I have first question. How many months or years you been here
Yes,
in Nepal?
yes. Before I also wanted to greet you again for your efforts with the children.
Thank you.
Yes, with the podcast and
Thank
taking
you.
self-initiative. It's really impressive, and I greet
Thank
you
you.
for that.
Thank you.
How many months I've been in Nepal now? I think it's been maybe some 6 weeks only, and I stay here until, if things go as expected, till December, January. Then I go to Kumbh Mela. I was here 12 years ago, and it was a time when my life changed also. Yes, life is always changing, but that was like a very unique turning point, my visit to Nepal 12 years ago. Yes.
So uh, have you been in India?
I live in India maybe for the last 15 years.
Oh, 15
Yes,
years.
yes.
It's a big
Yes,
term.
yes, yes. And I always had visa problems, so I've been in
Oh.
jail multiple times for visa issues.
Okay.
Yes. Commonly, Babas end up in jail for other issues. Mine are visa.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Actually, where you from? Like
Well, I'm an
your
Arab. I'm
birthplace?
from Lebanon. From Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Saudi. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
South Lebanon.
And I started to study religion and spirituality at a quite an early age. So, and in every tradition, in every philosophy, I was encountering some things made sense, others didn't. Starting from Islam, so I was born in a Muslim family.
Okay.
And from the age of 7, by that time, before we were primarily in Saudi, by that time we went to Lebanon. It was
Okay.
my parents' divorce. And I became introduced to the existence of Christians, you see.
Okay.
Yes, and from there onwards, multiple things from the told narrative by parents about what reality is and what God is and so on started to be strongly argued, which led to myself going to church eventually by the age of 9, around the age of 9, and somewhat becoming a Christian. And, continued to go to church every week for about a year until I lost faith in that too. So
What kind of church you joined that? Is it like because there is a
it was in
Catholic,
Lebanon.
Pentecostal?
Well,
Lebanon,
it's
maybe
considered a Catholic. It's a Maronite church.
there is mostly in Lebanon. I met many people in Dubai. They belong to Orthodox. Orthodox.
Actually, those are the minorities of Christians in Lebanon. Christians in Lebanon primarily are Maronites.
Okay.
Maronite is a Catholic sect in a sense that it refers to the Vatican in authority and many things. Still, it's a unique sect within the Vatican, for it's quite Eastern and the Mass is held differently and so on. I just list, by the way, I used to do this before the age of 9. Yes. Yes, so I went to that church by that time, and now the priest of that church, by then, currently I think is a cardinal or something.
Okay.
His name is Yusuf Swaif, yes.
Okay, I have no idea for that.
So, and it was very beautiful meeting Christianity. Actually, it answered a lot of things that were not answered to my questioning in Islam. But it took like about a year to realize that it's ultimately the same thing. like whether Islam, Christianity, like
Yeah.
they are the same thing. They equally had issues and so
Yeah.
on. Yes, and a journey through watching life and learning until I encountered. This is very worthy to mention her about the Middle East. Speaking of the Middle East, Maryam Noor. So that was my first official duress, you see, like
Yeah.
sort of guide. Yes, I had teachers before.
Yeah, that's why I was just about to like ask how you found yourself, how you find like first guru, like
Yes.
first your guru. So like
Well,
who
she
attract
wasn't
you?
my guru in a sense of initiation.
Uh,
By then, my guru in the sense of initiation was Sadguru Osho, because she herself was an
Osho.
Osho sannyas,
Yeah.
Maryam Noor.
Yeah.
So Maryam Noor is an Armenian Lebanese lady who studied microbiotics from Michikushi. She's a student of Michikushi. And she's an Osho sannyas, very fond of Osho. She worships Osho until now, she does. And through TV, she introduced all the Middle East to New Age spirituality, to Osho, to all these things. And for us, people that were close to her, she taught macrobiotics and shared her experience with Osho's teachings. Um, Ultimately, it was a further longer journey that led me to Cyprus to a Sufi master named Sheikh Nadam Adel Haqqani. He was the 40th master of the Naqshbandi Sufi order.
Okay.
And I found him through very mystical ways. So he was appearing to me in visions in my meditations and like that. I was very young and married to my first wife. Not like getting divorced. So my first wife.
So from your first wife, like how many kids?
No,
Yeah.
any kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So like how many years you been like?
Very shortly, about a year and a half, almost 2 years, nearly a bit more, everything altogether, yes. We were very young, we got married at a very young age, and our divorce like, also was not like a real divorce, for like, the whole thing was just like,
According
kids.
to Islam, like
She
That time
wasn't,
you
she
was-
was a Christian, but the thing is that we were like kids playing rather than people getting married and settling down, making a family and all. Regardless, it's not about this personal life of mine. It's about that Sheikh Nazim was appearing in my visions, and I believe that he is my guru. The visions also were telling me that he's to guide me a lot, but and not my guru. I didn't understand until I went and saw it, who told me a lot about myself and about my connection to Bharat, Russia, to the Eastern culture, in particular Hinduism, and named to me my gurus. All names that were a bit strange to my knowing by that time, and the names that I had to remember upon meeting these gurus, starting from Bolena, who named for me Shri Adeshnath and Bambamnath. And still I forgot them from Bolena. I had to re-remember them again and again.
Shiva.
But it was Maryam Noor, Osho, it was the Spirit, God, it was Sheikh Nadim, it was many things that brought me here. And I didn't come here in plans to become a yogi. I just came here. By that time, like even 12 years ago when I was in Nepal first time, I didn't know what Nad Sampradaya is. And I had very, not negative, but defensive rather, and judgmental opinions against Aghoris, whatever I knew about Aghoris.
Yeah.
Yes. And my first teacher is my Langoti Guru,
Okay.
Sri Bholenath from
You know
Goa.
you know the meaning of langoti.
Yes, yes.
Like yeah, from big
Tight, tight,
Yeah.
yes, my tight Guru.
Yeah.
So I learned with him nearly 3 years without understanding that he's an Aghori. Like maybe like nearly I guessed something about it. maybe with the powers of Aghori, but I didn't know he's from that tradition. As much as I didn't know well about sampradayas and not sampradaya in particular and so on. So those things have been played out by life. I was just following, and it happened here that I fell in love in Nepal, and following that, like the call, following that call, and when things didn't go well, to getting over that call, like which took a few years, you see, was a major part in that journey, like guiding that journey, not
Yes.
the journey itself. So it's factors of life. It's not anything in particular or intention I want. It's yes. But just because, look, we're talking about too many details, I'm talking a lot about myself. I have to introduce myself rather than your introduction. You see,
Yeah.
as you said, my name is Kamalnath. I come from the Middle East. I live since years in India. I am an Ateshwari, son of Sri Adeshnath, Parampara of Gujarat, and my other gurus are also from the parampara of Dr. Ramnath Aghori, which is a further parampara of Nateshwar. Nateshwar is the sect, the pant within the Nath Sampradaya that is called, associated with the Aghori, of the tradition of Aghori.
How many years you been Aghori? Like, no.
Well, I started learning from Sri Bholenath in 2013. Yes,
2013.
yes, and from then starting my learning in Tapasya. In 2020, I took my choti from my Guru Sri Adeshnath Agoreshwar, and from that time I wear the jinu. Prior to that, I didn't wear the official thing. I did not take choti.
So, what do you think about like yourself? Now you are complete Aghori or you're still learning?
Always learning. But look, this what you're talking about is on one end is very necessary definition. On the second end is the whole lot of bureaucracy we have in the East. You see, in one sense, I'm always Aghor, my guru is Aghori. In another sense, I've completed Tapasya, I live in Shamshan, I travel, for the last 15 years, I'm always a travel, I'm always on the road, you see. So, I'm a sadhu. I have achieved something from my sadhana, and I share what I learn with
Are you
those I encounter, with those I encounter at society, if I
so
can,
during this
yeah.
time, are you traveling to your home country?
I had to, otherwise I was overstaying my visas and things like that.
So there is like no
Until-
problem because once we convert to
It's yes,
like
sure,
so
sure.
there is problem.
I
and-
have many problems. Yes, I'm trying to tell you actually. Yes, so I overstayed my visas multiple times and had numerous problems about this issue until they made me go and fix my papers back in Lebanon, where I actually have death threats against me. You see,
Oh.
so I studied Sharia, Islamic Sharia previously, Islamic law meaning. I did follow a certain sheikh regardless of how they disrespect that sheikh as well. So I had death threats on me, but I had to go there and those also were fixed. I fixed everything, but I had to go there, fix my papers and register some. I have some company in India and different
Okay.
matters like this. So I had to make these registrations from back there by law. Yes. Otherwise, I love the Middle East as much as I love the whole world. I would rather send them love from here. If I ever go there, I would like to go as a visitor, like for holidays. And the fact that I was born there does not carry to me a stronger maybe it does in some really like simple way. It carries a further sense. Otherwise, I feel connected to any place I visited as much as I feel connected to the Middle East. Well, I'm identified in Bharat Varsha. So even in Nepal, a country where I find so magical, I would love to dive beneath the floor here. But even that, I identify with Bharat Varsha.
Yeah, but
Yes.
nowadays there is a one major problem in Lebanon, in Beirut especially, because of the war with Israel and
Actually, just last night I was not paying attention for days. I was busy with Southern and different affairs. Just last night I was seeing videos that things we have not seen even in Hollywood movies, like the size of blast and like I was like, whoa, God bless, God bless. But yes, this is life, G. This is life, and sometimes for falsity to be removed and dealt with, it has to be very well highlighted. So maybe there's something little bit on your shoulder here or there, and we're not really paying attention with the dealing with it. The more you highlight on that, then it sort of become inevitable to deal with it. You see. So I'm hoping that all that agitation happening in the Middle East will lead to that sort of resolution rather than more and more conflict and eventually a world war, you see. Because we are taking these things lightly and everyone is listening to whatever idiotic narratives politicians around them
yes,
are giving. And we are really missing the point. This is Armageddon now at this place. How are we
yeah, we
going
also
to
praying for peace and all these things.
actually, you're a
So
hypocrite. Allow me to say, you know, I love you and I'm a Baba G, so I have to be honest. You're a hypocrite. You Muslims, Jews, and many others, now joined by Hindus as well, you claim to pray for peace, while literally in your scriptures you pray for war and
yeah,
victory. So we have to be really quite alert to these things. And unfortunately, now instead of you learning from the good traditions, such as Hinduism in some schools and such Buddhist traditions, what's happening is vice versa. Now the Buddhist in Burma and different locations is learning from you guys. Yes. So about your question, there are some sadhanas, some practices where Aghoris do consume some parts of the human body. Um, there are some sadhanas that do demand the use of a body, of a physical, dead human body. But those are not to every Aghori, you see. And those are not essential nor necessary. So some people they would presume that you were not an Aghori unless you've eaten like a human meat, and it has nothing to do with this. Being an Aghori is just receiving your diksha, completing your tapasya, serving and making yourself an empty vessel to the divine, to the Devi, to the power of Parampara and Guruji, you see. So this is important. That's what makes you an Aghori. Now, what did you practice? What do you practice? That's very personal. It's different to each individual, to each Aghori practitioner. Yes, but yes, it does happen. But as we said, it's not what's in the people's imagination. Yes, those are just rumors.
yeah, because I was when I was there, like in Pashupatina, I asked one guy when I went to there. So I asked one guy. I said about that cheetah, the burning, right?
Uh,
So they said when they burn, so some parts of cheetahs they are for aghoris. They
uh-huh.
will come, they take the parts and they
Uh-huh.
eat. Is it true?
Yes, yes, because um, First of all, there's many elements at play when this happens.
Yeah.
Because some people view it negatively, as if you're desecrating somebody's body to gain some power or something like that, and it's not in that sense. It's actually quite a good service, one of many. So if happens an Aghori to be eating
Human bodies.
a part of a human body,
Yeah.
then he already have blessed that soul in so many ways, like every other soul. And that one coming as close, as intimate, more so personally. Apart from that, by the moment the mantra is recited and so on, it's no longer the body and who wore that body. It's also Devi and other powers at play, you see. And again, it's not for food, it's very ritualistic. It's not every Aghori, it's not a must. Like to say, oh, every Aghori they do this. No, not necessarily. You do what? How do you know what Aghoris do? Um, but yes, and very important that we also keep in mind that the Aghoris is the creature of God that is a vessel doing these things, including his attainment of power, all as seva. Otherwise, even the creatures of the river are eating the dead body, even the worms, the dog, everybody. That's our dogs at the Shamshan. They go to the burial ground and they eat on the bodies, you see. Yes. So many creatures eating their body. You just ate many bodies with your chicken lunch earlier. Yes. All of you too. I didn't have this prasad. Yes.
Can you explain how you work with energies or spirits
Huh. In
during your ritual?
during my rituals. Well, it depends what ritual I'm doing. If I'm doing a ritual, commonly spirits that I would experience are spirits associated with my ritual, unless I'm under attack by some really eager spirits or my whole ritual is a mess. You see, so I will be experiencing the spirits that I'm invoking. If you mean how do I experience spirits of otherwise, um, first of all, I don't know what your question, how you mean by that. If in which faculty it starts from our telepathic sensory voice as mankind, you see. Um, and onwards, clairvoyance and clairaudience and other faculties that are activated through Aghori Kriya, through Aghori Sadhana, through the Sadhana, the Kriya of the Nat Sampradaya as well, not only Aghoris. And if you mean in which context, it differs. Sometimes just when sitting and happen to came, because we have also our own spirits, you see. So it really depends on which context. It's same like encountering you. How did I encounter you? See, I'm just sitting in the Akara at the Shamshan and you're passing by.
Yes.
We happened to share some words. You tell me about your work. You told me you wanted to interview me. And
Yeah,
so
you
on.
said you was like
Yes.
waiting for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you're working for some like terrorist group in Pakistan and like things like that and coming interviewing all the sadhus from Pashupatina.
No, actually, we're not doing that.
I'm joking,
Yeah.
yes, but it's a good
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah. So
Yes, Taliban
yeah, what
using
about
Christian spies, huh?
yeah? No, I don't think so. There is people they are doing like
I'm
that.
joking, man.
So yeah.
Life is a joke, especially we these people.
Yes. Okay. So what about that? I want to know from your side. What about this? What we call this Naga Babas, like
Mm.
without clothes, without anything. They are living
Those are not
in
Naga
mount.
Baba, Nanga.
Yeah, Nanga Babas.
Nanga
In the
Babas and there is
mountains.
Naga Babas. It's two
Yeah.
different things. Yes.
No, Nanga Babas. That in mountains they are living and they came yearly here.
Uh-huh.
And, what kind of life?
Well, honestly, I can answer you only as a scholar and someone that I've been roaming around for a while. Otherwise, to know exactly, you'd have to ask one, to ask a Nanga Baba.
Yeah.
Besides that, though Nanga Babas, they are naked and they roam the mountains, but not always really roaming the mountains in the poetic image we keep imagining, you know, like sadhu with only langot and a shawl, carrying kamandal, walking the Himalayas through the snow. It's not like that. They also have a kara, they have ashrams, and they hang around their locations and so on. They do not sit on the chair even anywhere, so they have to sit on the floor. They cover their body with the babut, and they are a warrior caste as well. So in the Nath Sampradaya, the Nanga Babas, often they wear this thick ropes as belt, and they put white langot.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, so these are like warriors also, and they're like really. Actually, I should spend some few years with them. It might be very interesting. And then you have the Naga Babas. Those are sannyasi. Those are often from the Giri Sampradaya, or could be Bhartri Sampradaya, Puri Sampradaya. And they also often nude, and they practice different practices that which is not the case of Nanga Baba. So the Naga Baba is, yes, so the Naga Baba is from the sannyas Sampradaya, who's practicing some practices associated with yogic traditions, things that are could be brahmacharic in nature. You see,
Yeah.
I don't mean like again the common silly projection on brahmachara, but let's say like dealing with spirits and going into the yoga sadhana, extended one, even awakening like kundalini and all these things.
Yes.
This is all, so it's kept for these babas. Naga babas are often from the lower caste, chosen around the Kumbh Mela. Yes, or they come from the Giri Sampradayas and onwards, some of their big gurus. And the Nanga tradition among the Nath Sampradaya is what I told you. They are really tough sadhus and they carry big blessings. And I'm still yet to learn a lot about them, about this tradition. And then you have the Naga tradition, which is the plucking of the penis, you see. So you have the Naga Babas that do jatva. So they would tie some cloth on the two sides of the gentile, and they would
I heard
cut it out.
Yes.
And after that, they would be called the Naga Baba. So that too is another faculty to Naga Baba. So three things are somewhat similar name, similar,
Yeah.
but still different.
Different lives.
Yes, I met some Najis that are not Nangas, not nude, Najis that
Najis.
are Naga also. So that
There
they
is
pluck
like
the
another category.
Yes, so they
So
are
Najis.
Naga. Yes, but because when you say Naga Baba, normally you're imagining naked Baba.
Yes.
Yes, so not every naked Baba have broke his lingam, you see.
Yes.
And also not every sadhu that you see in clothes necessarily is it's just like as you imagine. So many Nagas is dressed and they're like dressed sadhus. Yes, not Nangas. They are Naga, not Nanga.
There's a different.
Nanga means
difference
naked.
between-
In Sanskrit,
Nanga
Nanga.
and Naga. It's a different.
It should be the same word, but like Naga also means snake. So this is
Yeah,
for
it's
that
come
other
from snake,
tradition
yeah.
I told you
Naga.
about. Yes,
Come from Naga.
yes, yes, yes. thing.
No, maybe we'll talk about Sadhguru also.
Yes.
So we want to know like your life experience, what kind of. So yeah.
Are you talking about Sadhguru as what it means, or are you speaking about that man, famous guru in India, Sadhguru?
Famous one, Sadhguru.
Sadhguru, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
famous one
yes,
in India.
yes, all right.
So and one more thing I want to know, because I just like watched like for Oshu. I watched one movie. So why he's banned in USA in America?
Not banned. By the way, both are Sadhgurus. See?
Yeah, both
Yes.
both of
Yeah,
them.
so Sadhguru basically it means that guru that took the seat of guru on his own, on himself.
Okay.
So like for example, Osho, he doesn't have a guru, doesn't have a parampara. No one made him guru. He just like got enlightened, however, and took the seat of guru and initiated people.
Yeah.
Same like Sadhguru, same
Sadhguru.
like I think yes, I'm not sure actually, but at least yes, Muji and many others are as such. Even Muji's guru Papa G is as well as Sadhguru.
Okay.
Yes. Now, in regards of Sadhguru, the famous one in India,
Yeah, that's.
he's a very brilliant. We are evaluating as a man, so he's evidently a very brilliant and charismatic man. He has a charisma. He has an aura with him, and brought much knowledge, and at times certain realizations, however made up to many people, you see. Nevertheless, the approach of Sadhguru and the reality of what he teaches are something that is completely different than the reality of his own. The reality of what he teaches is reflected in his work socially.
Yeah, this is the one.
I know them.
Yeah.
So the quality of what he teaches is reflected in what he propagates in society. What politics is he serving? What ambition is he running with? You see.
Yeah.
So the quality of his teachings are reflected in those things. The quality of his achievements are reflected in what he practices in his sadhana. You see, so I do not deny that. Yes, he did awaken something. He did study many things as well. Apart from, however, he might have achieved things in past lives. You see. Um, Still, I see until recently little bit changes. I see all that has been in an abuse. So when you take achievements such as this fine gentleman and make that with it, to me, that's an abuse. You're abusing that gentleman. So he abused himself. He abused his achievement. He abused the tradition. And he abused Sanatan Dharma as well by associating Sanatan Dharma with politics, which I'm not saying they do not meet, but it's a meeting where, however, politics, modern or ancient, should be meeting Sanatan Dharma and the standards of Sanatan Dharma, not vice versa. Not Sanatan Dharma has to be broken down to whatever your political views and your political ambition and agenda is about. So yes, I don't know what to say about these people. I say they have a very heavy karma to deal with, and apart from sympathy, I don't even give them extra blessings to deal with that karma in the hereafter, because they are not unaware. They are absolutely and perfectly aware of each and everything they are doing. Especially someone like Sadhguru claims that with the achievements, not even the claims, the achievements of Sadhguru. That's a big responsibility. When you're unaware, your responsibility is up to your unawareness, up to how aware you are.